Okay, hold on, give me a sec. Okay. So, um, yeah, the reason why I entered this trade today is because of a lot of things, right? So, let me take this off. It was an excellent, beautiful trade. So, take all of that off. So, right, let's actually go to the 1 hour. So, on the 1 hour, this is our weekly dealing range, right? So because we have this weekly dealing range, we have another dealing range here. So because we're going higher, right? So any retracement lower means we'll tag into discounts, and we did. So we were in discounts of this dealing range because we're going higher. Even though like there's this dealing range here and all of this, we need to have a dealing range, a smaller dealing range. So we went lower and we hit discount from here. I'm not using from here, I'm using from here because this is the low that created this high right here. Created the CSD, the hourly. So I'm using this low right here. Am I recording here? So this low became lower, tagged, and we hit this fair value gap here in discounts right here. Tag the fair value gap. What else did we tag? We tagged a weekly bullish order block. So we tagged that. After we tagged that, we created this 1 hour supercharged order block, or like a 30 minutes, if I should say. A 30 minutes supercharged. Yes. A 30 minutes supercharged order block. So after we got that, then we had this supercharge. So after that happened, right? So basically, and when we started expanding and expanding, right? So this would be our new dealing range because we're expanding. So after this happened, and then since we want to be entering around 10, so after this happened, we look at this dealing range from here to here, or originally, remember what I said about the 10 a.m. If 10 a.m. isn't the low of the day, so we use a dealing range from either here to here, or we use from here to here. So what I wanted to do was that I wanted to I entered around here for my first entry. Then I put my stop around here. Now that isn't what I was supposed to do. My stop originally should be here, but because I didn't expect this 9 a.m. candle to be taken, so I got stopped out. Then I re-entered when price tagged here, and then when price tagged here. So when I got stopped out like this, and when price was going higher and higher, like power 3, when price was going up like this, I entered here. What the heck, bro? Then I also entered here. So yeah, this is basically the trade. This is basically the trade idea. So this is dealing range basically. So not to like cluster my mind, not to simplify anything. How many dealing ranges do I have here? You might ask. I have around 4. I have 4, right? So why am I using 4? 4. I'm using 4 because one, we have this low that created the CSD. That is one. 2, we have where we want to be trading, and then a weekly dealing range. So that's 4. So that's 3 right now. So that's the dealing range I have. So yeah. You should be putting this down. Whoever is watching, or if it's Paul, that During ranges it happens basically. You could have it depends on what price is doing at the moment. It depends. But if something like this happens, is I will basically have 3 to 4 dealing ranges on my chart. So yeah. I didn't even like use the dealing range because I didn't use the dealing range right here, but I got the idea because we were in discounts. So that was my idea. Um was this trade setup an A plus? It was an A minus. The reason why this trade was an A minus was because I did not use this dealing range. This new dealing range here, I didn't use this because I should have been using this, but even though I got the idea and everything, so I should be using this type of dealing range, right? The reason why this was an A minus 2 was because it's Friday. I shouldn't be trading on Fridays, but this happened on Friday, so yeah, I took 10 a.m. 10 a.m. provided me the entry. I shouldn't be trading on Fridays. Fridays are the days I go off. But DXY, it's a B plus. Sorry, not an A minus. Is a B plus. DXY provided the entry basically, and it created the market structure shift. So this was also why I entered because of I expected this high to be taken, and then after this high, I expected this low to just go straight down, and price delivered. Price delivered what I wanted to happen. So it's all good, and I'm happy about that. So bro, I actually need to like I don't know how I really don't know. It's meant to give me I don't know. So there's also this daily auto fair value gap here. So what I wanted was that I wanted price to take out the highs right here. So that could happen because this is a retracement. I could have held, but like like me, I will not hold. Even though I know everything, but I'll hold probably when I'm funded and when I have more experience. But right now, my plan is not to hold to boost my ego and all that. My plan is to stick with my RR, so I don't need to hold. The plan is to stick to my RR and stick to my rules. Nothing like I shouldn't hold or anything. So this was the trade idea. I used from when we reversed. I used this. This was around 14. This was yesterday, so I used that to. I could have used today because today is the day. So I used this to frame, and it was a 2.5 standard deviation aligned with this fair value gap. Then London. So when I woke up, the first thing I did was that I went to. I woke up around 9:07, right? So 9:07, I woke up around here. This was where I woke up. So I looked at my chart for a second and I was like, okay, so I'm looking at this and it looks like it's going bullish because yesterday, what I wanted yesterday to do, I wanted yesterday to go higher. The plan for yesterday was that I wanted to see price going higher. I wanted longs, but I wasn't expecting to play today, but the reason why I played today was because it was so obvious to me. So 30 minutes had an SOB. I looked at Asian session. What did Asian session do? Asian session, we didn't take out Asian session highs. So I was like, okay. Immediately we took out the lows. We tagged into a PD array. This weekly bullish order block 50%. We tagged it. I was like, okay, we tagged it. After we tagged it, what is next? What's next is that we created an SOB. Then we went higher. After New York, after London, we came lower, tagged it, and just consolidating in it, waiting for NFP. What happened during NFP? We took out all of these highs right here. So So after we took out all of these highs right here, I was like, okay. So we took out all of these highs, right? Um like, okay, so we took out all of these highs. So what does price want to do right now? Because I didn't even care about all of these highs because this is just a long week. So it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me much, right? Because I am going long. That is what I want. That's all I want. So when price did this and went straight up, I was like, okay. So and when I woke up around 10, I was like, and I just analyzed the chart. So it took me like 15 minutes to like analyze what was going on um because I woke up around 10 for New York time. So when I saw this and looked at the chart, I was like, okay, so we took out this high. That is all right. I'm still going to enter around 10 because I want to see higher prices. After we took that high out, we came the lower 9. We didn't take out this SOB. I was like, fine, that is good. Okay. Around here, we didn't take out this SOB 930. We opened, we traded higher. After we traded higher, what do I want? I want to look for an entry right here. Keep in mind, the only thing I'm looking at is this weekly bullish order block. I don't care if price goes low and it does this. The only thing I care is that if price goes and take out this low right here, that would be a market structure shift. But I want bullishness. So this is going to be my invalidation point because this is the higher time frame PDRA. So I don't want price to go lower than this low right here. If price does that, it basically means I'm not going to look for an entry. It means I'm done for the day. So this was what I wanted, and because of when this happened, it means that there's going to be a delayed, an early an early delivery for price. So after this happened and 8:30 took out all of these highs, then we came lower, and then because normally it's not meant to be 10:30 that should make the entry, it's normally meant to be 12 because 10:30 is meant to enter right around here, and then 9:30 should be the protected low. But around here, what happened? We took out the highs first, and then we took out the low for 9. If you look over here, what happened during this day over here on Wednesday? Because this happened on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, what happened? We made the low, and this is a 1 hour BPR, right? Low was made in New York, right? So after New York, we made the SOB. After the SOB was made, we look at this 9:30 made the entry. So after 9:30 was intact, and then this low was here. What happened? After 9:30 was here, we didn't even take out this highs over here, previous day high. We didn't take out previous day's high. So after we didn't now take up previous day's high, that's engineering liquidity around here and also here. So these two were engineering liquidity. So after these two were engineering liquidity, it only made sense that at 10 a.m. we provided an entry on this SOB, 15 minutes SOB right here. 15 minutes SOB, we provided an entry around 10. Do you see it? We provided an entry around 10, we tagged it, and then we went higher to sweep out all of these highs. Now, what happened during 12? During 12, we reversed, and then 12:45 we made a retracement. Now, retracements happen around 12 because after we take out all of these highs, because it's also the rebalancing macro. That's also like a TCM stuff, but it's probably best to not use it. So, anyways, what happened here? We retraced after we took out all of these highs over here. After we took out this high over here, 12:30 reversed and went into a retracement. So anytime a high is taken, and order flow is bullish, it just means we're retracing. But if we retrace and then if we stretch this out, it just means that we won't retrace anymore if this is taken. So after that was taken, 12:30 came, we retraced, we tagged into a breaker, and possibly a 30 minutes A 30 minutes breaker, yeah, a 30-minute breaker. But where was 10? Where was 10? 10 was the time that we offset this right here. So meaning our entry did not come. Our entry didn't come around Friday, but that's why we don't trade on Fridays. That's why we basically don't trade. But this would have been an entry for lower on a lower time frame. But basically, yeah, because normally it's meant to come during New York, like here. And right here, it took out all of these highs. So yeah, so that's delayed. It's basically a delay. And just like here, the same thing happened here. It took out these highs over here doing pre-London. After it took out Asian highs, we went lower. We went lower, 930, and then we rallied higher. So today, the same thing happened. London was meant to expand, but it was delayed. Took out the Asia, and then we also took out the highs, and then we made the low, and then we rallied higher. So this was a good trade. This was a very, very good trade. So I'm happy with myself that I got this trade. So um yeah. Yeah, so yeah, this is all the trade for today, and I hope this is it. Yeah.